Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? EJ from Taurota Tarot. I am here to do the weekly update. Thank you very much. Yesterday was Friday the 13th. Some of y'all might have noticed some strange shit. All of the energy that we're in right now is kind of temporary, so just kind of roll with the punches. A reminder that Mercury will go through its third and final retrograde next month, September 27th. I'm going to say probably by August 27th, you're going to start feeling shit go a little wonky. And it'll just progress from there. There you go. At any rate, August for some of you has probably been so far an enlightening month. People saying and doing shit you thought you'd never hear people saying and doing. Some of you may be separated from loved ones for a variety of reasons, work, maybe somebody in your other's family is sick, maybe you're in separation from your partner due to romantic issues. Some of you may be in third-party situations. Some of you just may be in situations, period. Just kind of depends on where you are in the scheme of things. Right now, all the chaos and confusion you've been feeling for the past week or so is getting ready to blow away. I think I said this the end of July. As you get through August, things will begin to turn around and start progressing in different directions than where they currently are. For some of you, this is going to mean reevaluating decisions you may have made earlier in this month or sometime in the last 3 months. Could be about your kids, could be about your job, could be about your lover, spouse, blah, blah. The energy has been crazy. A lot of it has shown its ugly head to test us, if you will, to see where we really are in terms of our own personal growth. For others of us, just, what kind of decision did you make? Period. I know y'all are tired of hearing being patient. Some of that energy is burning away as well because things are moving. They're beginning to move. So probably still patient in some areas, a little less patient in other areas. However, patience is required. What the hell? It's going to be the end of the month, the last full week. So not this week coming. This week coming starts tomorrow, Sunday the 15th. But the week after that, the 23rd or the 22nd, that's when shit's going to be like, what you say that for? What you do that for? That kind of energy. Things that are going to be for you, Taurus, I don't say this often. Things that are going to be for you are going to come to you. You're not going to have to fight. You're not going to have to struggle. You ain't going to have to cuss nobody out. You ain't going to have to sharpen your horns. You ain't going to have to paint your hooves. You ain't got to do shit. Things that are for you. And I'm not talking this week coming, the week after next. For some of you, some of this energy may bleed through this week. It may be here Monday the 16th, the Thursday the 19th. But the energy is strongest during the week of the 22nd. So just have some faith that decisions that you've made were the best ones you could make at that time. Situations that you may have dropped or picked up earlier in the summer. And we'll just throw that part out there. They may come up for review, but again, the process should be easier at this point. You should not have to stand in the middle of the street butt naked to get somebody's attention if that person is for you. You should not have to be calling all over the world to find out if when they interviewed you last month, if they're still interested or still looking for people or whatever. They will get in touch with you if that's what's supposed to be. You're not going to have to call the loan officer 5,000 times about the house because if it's yours, they're going to be calling you. So just kind of bear that in mind. This might be a week to get tense and tighten up and scramble. Just know everything that's supposed to come to you is going to come to you, and you're not going to have one iota of problem. I'm on the split. I shuffled the cards already. Off the top, the Three of Pentacles. In the middle, the Magician. And over here, the Two of Wands. So some of you are planning. It's your perseverance. Ain't no shit on that. It's your perseverance that has you right where you are right now. Many other people would have given up. Whatever the situation may be. Job, trying to get your finances in order, dealing with your kids. Lesser people would have been like, you know what, fuck this shit, I'm not doing it. But you ground down on it. Some of you may have entered the realm of magic tricks, you know, and figured out the loopholes. Whatever you had to do or whatever you're having to do to make this work, y'all have come through 100%. Now it's time for the planning, right? That's going in the middle, but the Magician is going up on top. Pow! Time for planning, and a time to look at every angle of planning. That's the Magician, that looking at every angle. Those of you that are moving into a phase where maybe you're thinking about buying a house, now that the market is kind of taking a fart, trying to have a seat. Some of you may be thinking, oh, maybe we get ready now. Maybe first of the year be the time. Do your research. Do your research. You don't know everything. And you may find out, Mr. Magician here, some tricks that you can do to save money. Same is true for any big ticket item. Those of you that may be entering the job hunt, not in it currently, but getting ready to, looking for another job, or maybe you got laid off or getting laid off, start looking for another job. Work your resources, work your network. And if you got to work your magic on said resources and network, feel free. Feel free. Let me get a little big card, 2 decks of these. Look the same, they're not the same. But these are the smaller ones. Easier to handle. Everybody wants to fall out. I don't know why the Strength card is popping up in my head, but it certainly is. There may be some things that may have to set on the sideline for a couple weeks while you get other things straightened out. And again, if it's something that's meant for you, you finding out that you may need to do something extra to get a house, get a car, that extra thing to do to get the job. That information is going to come to you easy. You know, you're not going to have to go hunting and grinding for it. Somebody's just going to be like, hey, you know, if you did blah, 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 that would really help. Just like that. It's that kind of may seem like out of the blue energy. It really isn't. It's just now things are lining and aligning up for you to receive them. So they ain't got to go through no whole lot of extra. Information you need will just be there. This is the Taurus weekly update. Oh, come on, y'all. They're not cooperating. Ah, there we go. Yeah, then we talked about this a few minutes ago. Patience. It's the front end of your overall energy. Rebirth on the back end of your overall energy. Let's see what. So we're going to do this Sunday the 15th through Tuesday the 24th. Parenting, okay. Completion. Actually, I'm sorry, we're going to run it through Monday's energy, the 16th. Just put the weekend update up yesterday. There you go. Actually, I did it yesterday. I couldn't get it up rain around here. Just took everything out this week. Financial discipline. Hello. Spiritual partnership, love. L-O-V-E. So for those of you that are on the hunt for love, it's in the air. Don't think because you don't see nothing right up in your face right this moment, it's nothing happening. It's there. You're being discussed. If that's any help to anybody. People are saying, I met this guy, I met this girl. They seem like they're awful cool, but I'm not sure. So the person that may be a person of interest that's new may be having some hesitation because of some old shit they're carrying around. The best remedy for this is to stay true to who you are and stay consistent. So if you say you're going to call them. Say you're going to meet them somewhere, be there. That type shit. I have no doubt y'all do that anyway, but that's the message that universe wants me to pass along. Oh, we go from completion to karmic completion. So there are things that are exiting stage left. Creativity. So the parenting card, the message there is for nurturing. Whoever is needing it. Might be your kids, it might be your parents. They may need nurturing in a certain area. It's just some reassurance, if you will, that they're headed in the right direction. Those of you that have older kids, college, that type shit, maybe they're a senior this year and they're getting ready to start doing the paperwork for college next year. And maybe just a little overwhelmed. Outdone is coming. Maybe kids are upset that they can't go back to campus or whatever the case may be. Come on, card. Communication. Okay. What's at the bottom of the deck? Nature. So stay grounded during this period. This is active. This is a lot of things going on, from love situations to family situations to how you're handling your day-to-day routine. But there's an energy of rebirth, because that's on the back end of your overall energy, and I feel that. Some of this is energy that's new, you coming out of your cocoon, up off the couch. Many of you may be getting ready to go back to work. Queen of Pentacles falls on top. Falls on the Patience card. Fool on top of the rebirth. Don't get no better than that. Queen of Swords on top of the parenting. Yeah, some awareness about what's going on. I don't know why college is there. Something being obscured. Oh, okay. I got it. Financial discipline pulls the Moon, and spiritual partnership pulls Temperance. Six of Cups on top of the Love. Whoa. Dang it. Three of Cups, though, that just popped up. Sun card. Hangman, Ten of Swords, stressful shit, Devil, Five of Cups, Judgment, Two of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Sun, Two of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, High Priestess, Ace of Swords, Devil again, Star card, Karmic Completion, Two of Pentacles. So somebody that may have been in a third-party situation, that cycle or chapter or situation, depending on what it is coming to a abrupt halt. Done. Five of Swords on top of the creativity. The Emperor on top of the environment. The Page of Swords on top of the communication card. So, listen to your intuition. That's your challenge. That instant feedback, with your gut is kicking in and telling you. Overall energy with the Queen of Pentacles on top of the Patience. That is very definitely us. We are moving through a new cycle. That's the best way I can say this to you about the Queen of Pentacles. She represents Taurus strongly. Obviously, that's our shit, Pentacles. But she represents fertility and the beginnings of things. We just sparks shit, starts the whole thing. The universe, what I said before, put the cards down. We are moving out of this energy of having to wait and be patient and all that bullshit, but patience is still required. So as you begin new things, and this is going to carry you right through probably to the end of the month pretty much. New things going to require patience. Just go with the flow. That's better than not knowing what the new thing is. And you got to be patient to find out what it is. You're past that point. Now you're being patient as you step into these new relationships, new jobs, new schedules, even those of you that might be going back to school, going back to the office from COVID. However, this new energy is going to require a little bit of patience, and that's cool. On the back end with the Fool on top of the Rebirth, it's about taking a risk and coming out of your comfort zone, your daily routine. Your daily routine. The environment. Your daily routine with the Emperor. Stepping out of your routine, and not necessarily meaning that you're not doing something that's logical, or you're not doing something that you've thought all the way out. You just going with it. You're going with it. As long as it feels, that intuition, as long as it feels like it's where you should be or what you should be doing. Stepping out of that daily routine. Just because it's different doesn't mean it's wrong or that it's not solid. That part. So the Fool on top of the Rebirth, walking into this new chapter. And for those of you that are trying to identify that unknown anxiety, that's what it is. You're stepping off into some new shit. You may not even be fully aware. Looking at Monday's energy with the Queen of Wands on top of the parenting, just what I said, nurturing. In this instance, the Queen, the actions that you take, my example would be somebody that's going to college in 2022, and they're a senior this year, and you become aware as a parent, oh, I didn't know you were trying to figure out what school to go to. Here's some information, or let's schedule some tours. Right now, you're not aware of whatever this is. It doesn't have to be that particular thing. It could be that and a million other things. But that kind of situation, here's the energy where you become aware. It could also be related to your parents. Either way, these are situations that obviously require some nurturing. because it feels like this is new for whomever. If it's your child, this feels like new energy for them. They haven't had to deal with this kind of situation before. Or your parents may be aging. Maybe they got some stuff going on. This is new for them because they haven't had to deal with this kind of stuff before. From you, Taurus, it requires a little bit of nurture. That's all. Looking at Tuesday's energy with the Ace of Cups on top of the completion. Those of you that may have been in situations that were kind of foggy or unclear or whatever, this is over. Coming on. The phase either that they're in is over or the whole thing itself is over. Depends on where you are. Secrets that have been withheld, they're going to be coming out all over the place. And I think I said this for the weekend update, there was a tower. So this may be related to that. You're going to hear something, see something, and be like, oh, dang, I ain't know all that part. And get caught totally unawares. However, that'll pretty much put the nail in the coffin on that one. Done. For some of you, in this energy, you may feel like if it's a relationship, you may need to cut it all off. Just bye. I'm gone. I'm not doing this. If it's been a long-term situation, a lot of back and forth and in and out and up and down, some of you may just call it quits. And some of you may already have your eye on someone else. Just throw that out there. However it is, it's either going to finish a chapter or finish a cycle. Be good with it. Be good with it. For a lot of you, if you continue in this same cycle or same path with this person, you're going to keep doing the same thing. And it's not going to feel better the 10th or the 2nd or the 3rd time. It's just not. So be aware of that. Wednesday's energy with the financial discipline and the moon card, there may be, for some of you, this is kind of piggybacking off that Ace of Cups completion. Some of you may be getting ready to go into a phase where you're getting a divorce, or there's some kind of change in the house where maybe money needs to be readjusted. That the moon card is sitting on here in this position is telling me there are going to be some things that are going to come out that are going to force you to have to make some changes and some adjustments, if you will. If that is not your story, this is about just dealing with the little things. And even though the moon card is major energy right here, you will find out a subscription to this, a subscription to that, $2 over here and $1.95 over there. It's killing your account. Plain and simple. So however, in whichever direction that resonates with you, there will be some focus on finances this week. For a few of you, you may be getting raises, maybe promotions, which will come with, obviously, an increase of money. There may be some things going on in the background that you're unaware of at this time. But the message is saying that is related to that situation. So you may be getting a promotion because somebody promised to do a favor for somebody else. Shit like that. Just be aware, if that's your story, that there's some shit going on in the background. It's not bad necessarily. It's just, I guess, what would somebody say, the cost of doing business? Oh, yeah, the lady's owed her a favor, so I told her, yeah, the guy will be okay. That kind of stuff. So just be mindful of that. When we get to Thursday's energy with the Temperance card on top of the spiritual partnership, some of you may be going through this thing like I am, where your friend circle is kind of changing. Different people are kind of poking their head in the door. Hey, how you doing? If this is your story, this is more major energy. This person or people, or it could be a group, they're going to help you spiritually. So this is new energy. You may be joining a new group. You may have new people coming in at work, and maybe you become friends with one of them. Might be somebody at the gym, maybe at Starbucks, whatever the case may be. these are not bad people. So let me put that out there, because I know everybody's kind of friend shy at this point because there's so much stuff going on. Whoever these people are, they're part of your tribe. So they're going to help you on your journey. That's that spiritual partnership part. With temperance, as always, they're going to help bring you in balance in some areas that maybe you're unaware that you're out of balance. They may help heal some situations for you, and not necessarily sitting down with a pen and piece of paper and what happened to you when you were 6? No, but they're funny people, and they make you laugh. And so they're going to bring some balance to you in that regard. Or they're generous, and they don't mind you coming over for dinner a couple times a week. That kind of energy. This is all shit to help you heal that part. Friday's energy with the love and the 6 of Cups on top. Do I have to say anything, really? For those of you that this is relating to, this is exes coming back, and they're hurting. Standing out there on the balcony crying and shit in the rain. That kind of energy. Whoever I'm saying this to, this person wants to connect with you. So if you're in separation with them or you don't have any contact with this person right now, they want to holler at you. But this could be for those of you that found yourself in a third party situation that you were unaware of. Others of you, this may be a situation that you just walked away from because this person wasn't returning your phone calls, or they weren't doing what they said they were going to do, that type of energy. You may get some contact this week. And the energy here is that old things are coming out, newer things are hidden, if that makes sense. So the reasons and the motivation for newer things, those things are not going to be very clear to you. But when it comes to old situations, like somebody just took the cup, spilled all the water all over the place. It's blood. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be up to you what you decide to do with this person. They are coming now back on bended knee or bended butt, whatever we're dealing with here. They are coming back with true love in their heart and a lot of regret. This is a situation, I'm going to throw this out here because I hear it. This is a situation that would be very easy to take advantage of, because this person is coming back in love, but they're also coming back with some guilt because they feel bad about things they said, did, didn't do, whatever. So for those of you that this applies to, just remember karma. Karma swing both ways. So just think about what you're doing and why you're doing it, that part. When we get to Saturday's energy with the 2 of Pentacles on top of the karmic completion, here we go into another situation where karmic situations are coming to an end. Some of you may have been juggling more than one relationship, so this is kind of going back to the card right before it. Ex trying to come back. You may decide to end it. Some of you may decide to juggle. Because since this person walked away from you and did whatever the fuck they did, you went and found somebody else. So you may decide to juggle again. The energy there is to think about what you're doing. You don't want to get karmically tied up with some bullshit. Because you mad and you're trying to get some revenge. That's not probably the best way to go. Sunday's energy with the 5 of Swords on top of the crisis. Anything that's coming up, be creative. Think outside the box. And that whole routine thing again is popping up. It's time to kind of break away from the routine. Things that are going to work for you are not going to be the regular. So as things come up, and they certainly will, especially with all this crazy energy on the board, think creatively. You know, it doesn't have to be the way it used to be. That answer D doesn't have to be the answer. Could be B or C. Fuck it, A too. What the hell? Either way, think outside the box. Don't get frozen in fear because you think you can't find a solution to something. You most certainly can. Monday, The 23rd, environment with the Emperor. Staying grounded, you definitely need to do that. And then this is more major energy. And it's just what I just said. Just because something is new, different, not like me, or like what I know, doesn't make it bad. And so get grounded and start looking at other options besides. It's because something is different. I think I said this at the beginning. Doesn't mean that it's not concrete. It doesn't mean that it's not logical. Maybe not to you logical, but it may be logical to someone else. That doesn't mean it's not worth considering. And so the word balance is coming to mind. He's got a scepter and a little globe over here, a pinnacle or whatever it is, but there's a sense of balance there. So with the temperance card on the board as well, I'm going to say whatever you're thinking about, come at it in a balanced manner and look at every option. For some of you, there's an Aries or a Leo. Sagittarius is not coming through that strong, but an Aries or a Leo that may be involved in offering up a solution to something that your knee-jerk reaction would be to hit them in the head. However, probably don't want to do that. Listen to what they're saying. There may be some additional logic to what they're saying. At the end of all of this, next Tuesday, the 24th, Page of Swords on top of the communication card is what I said at the beginning. You don't have to do a whole lot of work. Things that are going to be for you, they're going to come at you. You're going to have some decisions to make. And you're going to need to probably be clear on what you're asking for and ultimately what you decide on, or who you decide on, or where, whatever that is. But you're going to need to communicate it. You know, don't just, brings me back up here, juggling. You know, don't just assume poor little Susie over here knows that you going back with your ex. Don't assume that. And don't assume that your ex knows that you get ready to get over here with Johnny. Don't do it. It's not a good look. Make the decision and communicate what you need to communicate, all three, before, during, and after. So whatever kind of process you're going through, some of you may be going through a divorce. Keep the lines of communication open. Let's see what the granny cards got to say about all this bullshit here. It's a busy week. I'm tired now. I need a nap. Busy week. A lot of thinking, a lot of doing too. And a lot of representing what you want, what you're trying to get and have access to. Not much in the way of deception, though. Looking for that, because the energy has been strong the first couple of weeks this month. People just like, why would you lie about that? Not so much for this reading, which that's good. There are no excuses. Read a book. That came up earlier. Be clear when speaking. Did we just say about the communication? Things that are coming to you are coming to you. So you're not going to hear any excuses about why something can't happen, because it's coming to you. And I hope I'm saying this correctly. So there are no excuses. People or situations, now all of a sudden there's an excuse or a reason why something can't happen. There are no excuses. That's not going to be the choice for whatever we're talking about that you should make if it's coming with excuses. We don't want that. Read a book. This came up in the weekend update, I believe. Some of y'all just need to take a chill for a minute. This is a lot of energy. I am very tired now. I want to go take a nap. So you may need something more than just sleep. You may need to just divert your mind off of all this additional activity and just focus on something that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You ain't reading a book, binge watch something. There you go. And of course, be clear when speaking. Let people know what your expectations are, and let people know where you are in the process. Taurus babies, I love you. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.